Hello and welcome back to KSP, where today we'll be rescuing these Kerbles that have got themselves stranded on the Mun. I know how poorly the rocket was designed, but never mind. Today we'll be rescuing them. And if any of you have seen my original video, well done for seeing this one. It has been a very long time since I uploaded the last video. I think it was like, if I was to say, it would be about 4 months ago. And since then I have tried to make videos. I tried to make a rover to Duna, which I didn't estimate as not the right amount of fuel. So 2 Kerbles are stranded in space right now, deep space, and 1 has been rescued, which was my other mission that I tried to do. But then, guess what? My screen recorder didn't work. Oh, so annoying, honestly. I spent like 2 hours on it, 4 hours doing the mission. And I even redid one of the bits because something to do with the camera, I can't remember exactly. So I redid that bit, and yeah, I thought it was really funny as well, because one of the bits was a bit sketchy, because I'd like burned upwards while in the atmosphere to try and get a bit further. And it turns out you don't need much fuel to return from Duna. Well, if you're in orbit around Duna, it doesn't take as much as I originally thought. Like, I thought it'd take like 2,000 meters of delta V, but it only turns out it needs like 1,800 or something. No, just 1,000. Yeah. We were cutting it close though. I think we had about 200 meters a second left, and then disaster struck inside that mission. We ran out. Well, I realised that I didn't add a heat shield. No, I did add a heat shield. I didn't add the parachutes, so I couldn't stop. So that was a disaster. But then amazing stuff happened, and I was able to get an orbit around Kerble, and then I sent an autonomous rocket up to go and rescue it, and it was a success. And then I went to go and edit it, and I realised my recording was corrupted for some reason. I had absolutely no idea why it was corrupted, but it was, and it's so annoying, honestly. It was so annoying. Anyway, we're coming near to the end of the assembly of the rocket. There's not really much to talk about. I just used, the lander was actually Apollo, like, not designed, but inspired. I wasn't looking at a picture of Apollo though when doing it. I just sort of wang it and hoped it'd look good. Anyway, we're sending 1 pilot up to go and rescue them, and yeah, that's about it. Well, there's not more to talk about. There it is, the rocket. The rocket that will save our Kerbles. Oh yeah, the silver, the fairing, the top fairing. Whenever it's silver, it's always black, no matter what time of day it is. It's really annoying. But here we are. Sorry I went silent. And I just like watching the thrusters ignite. One of my favourite bits. But it's not my favourite bit. My favourite bit's when we do the re-entry. Oh, it's so good. I love all the burning and then like hoping that you ship what was shredded to bits. Oh, that was a hard sentence to say. Whew. Said it now though, so I don't have to say it again. I'm still getting used to gravity turns. I've always done them, but I'm still not the very best at them, if you can see. Because I feel like I'm constantly rocking backwards and forwards, trying to keep it stable. Although I think at this point, I tried to put on like a soft one so it make it look smoother on video. So if you ever press capital locks, the arrows, it tells you like yaw and all that sort of stuff, turns blue, and it's like telling you it's on easy mode where it doesn't go as much, so it looks better on videos and stuff. Although it's a lot harder to control, so don't just do it. But you can do it, test my theory, because it is a thing. But just don't play like it. Unless you've got a really stable rocket, don't. It's so bad. Anyway, we are now cruising to orbit. Not much more to go. I was just figuring out how much Delta V were going to cost to see if we needed to do a bit more burning at the end of the set. I realised we did. At this point, I decided I might as well just do the rest out the atmosphere, because I started my apoapsis to get a lot higher, so, I mean, it was already higher than I wanted it to be. No, it was as high as I wanted it to be. So I thought I might as well do it. Yeah, this is all the debris in my orbit, so I think I know what my next video is going to be. Clearing space of debris. Yep. Clearing space of debris. Be a good episode, I think. Yeah, I just saw this in the distance, and I'm like, what is it? And it's just debris off one of my things, and that really settled it, like, yeah, I have to sort this out. And then that happened, and I thought, oh, no, I need to do the burn properly, not be able to do it because of the sticky keys. Have you ever had that where if you press shift for too long, it'll say, would you like to do sticky keys? No matter what you're doing with it, if you hold shift for like 5 seconds or something, or 10 seconds, it'll always say that. It's so annoying, and because shift and cert is how you do the throttle, so if you hold it for too long, it's so annoying. Anyway, here we are. Ooh, I've just had a thought. I know it's not very relevant to this video, but one very amazing thing I figured out you could do. So have you ever been doing like a really precise burn, where it's like 0.1 meters of delta V? Hold cert, well, I can't pronounce it, the one under shift, and then hold it, and then just tap shift every time you want to try and do a little bit, because as soon as you've tapped it, it will immediately stop the burn because you're holding cert, whatever it's called. A very, very, very good tip. Honestly, it is amazing. When it's very handy, not amazing. It's very handy. Now earlier I was trying to get this orbit. I was trying to get a bit more stable, but it turns out it was a bit of a problem later on in the mission. But for now, it was just what happened. So yeah. We are now about to leave Kerbin's. Well, we're not allowed to leave Kerbin's sphere of influence, but we're about to go a lot further away from Kerbin than these Kerbles have ever been before. Although not the furthest, because some have been to Jewel and back. But I think that was my most successful mission I've ever done. So I think it was the most ambitious one as well. So I went to Jewel once, and it was literally, I was meant to go there and come straight out, but I had to give myself a bit more fuel than I thought I'd need. So I started just trying to go around all the moons, because they were giving me speed boosts anyway, so I thought, why not? And I actually did it. But I didn't get around every single moon. I got around all the nearest moons to the centre. I think the most expensive one to get to was Lathe, but that was the one I really wanted to go to. Oh, just quickly. This was the most annoying part of the mission. I realised that the command mod I had chosen did not have I think it's called a servo? Am I right? An SES module? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Oh. I'm annoyed I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it's basically uses electricity, so I had to use the RCS, which uses the monopropellant. You can't really see it because I set the thrust limiter to 4, which is very little. This, quickly, and I keep saying quickly, I'll do this, I'll say this, and anyway. Autosaves. Quick saves, sorry. Not autosaves, quick saves. Whenever you're making quick save, eventually you'll just get them loads and you won't know what any of them mean. What you need to do is number them. So, what you do, the first number is the rocket number. So it's the first mission you're using this with, you'll have a number 1 at the start. And then, whatever number autosave this is, so if this is the third autosave, the second number would be that. So you can just continue doing this, and it will be a lifesaver. I haven't done it very much yet. I figured it. I realised you could do it not that long ago, so it is a lifesaver. If you've ever used, you should just use it. Honestly, it's amazing. This was the most annoying part of the mission. The second most annoying part of the mission, because look how slow this engine is. I think this footage is sped up by 8 times. Yes, 8 times. It was so ridiculously slow. It was painful. I just sat there for about 2 minutes just watching the thing, and then I had to make another manoeuvre just to try and get a bit closer to the lander. So there we go. Anyway, for this burn, it was just meant to get us a lot closer to it. But when I landed, I realised how much fuel I had left. Now this was the most dramatic part of the mission. And I'm not even saying different parts of the mission, but this was the most dramatic part. And if you just watch and see what happens. Yeah, I'm just enticing you. Anyway. It used a lot more fuel than I originally thought it was going to take, though. So I think when I landed, I had about 1,000 meters of delta V left. It was crazy how much was left. Although, spoilers, I did get into an orbit, but then disaster struck when I got into an orbit. Oh yeah, this was really weird. The solar panels were blocking the solar panels. Oh, that was the bit. Oh, I can't believe I just missed that. I was going 100 meters a second, and I was about 1,000 meters off the ground using the things, and I literally slid it by a few seconds. If I started the burn a few seconds later, I would smash into the ground. It was crazy how lucky I got. Anyway, at this point, I'm just getting all the Kerbles over there. Now, yeah. If you're wondering why I didn't just use this to get them home, it doesn't have a heat shield, and I don't think it even has parachutes. Oh no, it does. It has a ridiculous amount of parachutes. Sorry. Forgot about that. Yeah, it has a ridiculous amount of parachutes, but it has no heat shield. So I think I actually I made an autosave before I did take it off the surface, and it didn't have enough. They weren't able to survive the re-entry. So I just kept it there, and it's been on the moon for 3 years. Well, nearly 4 years now. So I thought, let's just do a rescue mission. It's good. It's a good idea, because everyone loves a rescue mission. And, yeah. It's something that I needed to save, because I made a lot of... If you look in my, what's it called? World. Or solar system. There is a ridiculous amount of stranded Kerbles. Oh, after this bit, there was the most funniest bit of the mission. After this, after she is herself. Sorry, I can't speak today. Sorry. Yep. Wee! Celebration dance. Getting into the group capsule. I forgot to plant a flag on it, so yeah, I'm very annoyed I did. I had to try and I couldn't select it. It was really annoying, and then I got it. Look, I'm gonna parachute him. But no, there's no parachutes. He has to EVA himself with LCS. What I was trying to achieve here was I'm trying to blow up the the thing, so I don't have to go and sort it out and clean it up and maybe even destroy it in the thing. But annoyingly, some of it survived. How? It was at 22 meters a second when I left it, or something like that. Don't comment me on that, please. And it survived. How? I know probably some of it blew up because there was an explosion, but how? Oh yeah, at this point I only had 120 meters a second, so at this point I'm like, right, I'm gonna do it. And then I realised I had the lights, and then I took it off. And it was really hard to control it because it was the engine was so weak. That doesn't look like a long time, but this is quite sped up footage, so that actually took a minute or two to turn round. Well, not a minute, but it took a while. Yeah, sorry, I should have gone silent. I can't think of anything to say. There's not really much to talk about at this point. We're just gonna try and get. At this point, I knew that I weren't going to be able to dock with it. Well, I knew I'd have to dock to it, but I knew this one wouldn't be able to get there. I knew the other one would have to come and get it. So I just got into an orbit, and it actually had a lot more fuel than I expected it to have. I thought it would be nearly out of fuel. But it did have enough fuel to circularize and get out of. Although I think I did do a very efficient takeoff, if you know what I mean. So it was able to do that. Oh, but these boards that make it look like the Apollo are so heavy. They are so heavy, honestly. Like, I think I would have roughly about 3,000? No, about 3,500 meters of delta. Actually, more than that. About 4,000 meters delta V in this if I didn't have those panels on. But I had only had 150 because I had the panels on. Oh, and I made a big mistake here. I thought we were going the other way around, so I thought, oh, fine, as soon as we get there, we'll just be able to, what's it called? You know that thing where if you press the thing that says orbit, and it goes to target and it switches everything, so if you press the, retrograde, it'll make it so you're in the same orbit as the rocket you're trying to get to. I thought I'd do that because it's actually quite a powerful engine, this one. But I made a mistake. Yeah. I didn't realise which way the orbit was going. I thought it was going the other way around, so I had to switch my orbit out so I could get it so it didn't crash land into the moon. Which was very easy, I just had to expand it a little bit. And then, got some intersections, about 70 kilometres apart. And this was the moment. Yeah. Any second now? Yeah. Yeah. I was going the wrong way from it. Yeah. It was very annoying. So I had to waste 1,000 meters of delta V just to switch directions and get into it. I also want to just quickly, just for anybody who doesn't know what delta V means, it means how much fuel you have, meters a second. I used to watch Kerble Space Program videos, and I never used to know what delta V meant. I literally had no idea. Whenever they'd just say it, they'd be like, "We have 200 meters of delta V left." I'm like, "What's delta V?" I had no idea. Turned out delta V was meters a second, so now I know. Now I'm happy. Anyway, I think at this point in the video, if you're enjoying it, and if you're enjoying it, you could maybe, if you're really, really enjoying it, you could subscribe. This is a very small channel, and as you may notice, I've only had uploaded 2 videos, and it was about 4 months ago. But that was because of I did try and do multiple missions between that time. I tried to send up the International Space Station. It was a success. It's still actually in orbit right now, but I can't remember why I didn't. I can't actually remember now. Oh yeah, I think I realised I didn't turn the I didn't turn the recording on. Yeah, that's what it was. It was so annoyed with myself. Oh, I can't tell you. And then that just sort of made me down, so I just sort of put KSP off for a month or 2. And then I thought, you know what? I'm feeling good, I'm going to try it again. And then I tried to make a rover. Failed. Then I did a rescue mission. Camera didn't work. Oh, screen recorder didn't work. And then I put it off for another month. And then I'm here now. I'm doing it again. Oh my god! Oh, I've just remembered. Oh, you may notice then I'm putting some fuel into the lander. I was meant to deorbit the lander, but now I think about it, I don't think I ever did. Oh, well, yeah. Well, rest assured that Well, I won't do anything in the next episode to it, but I will do stuff in the next episode, but not, I won't deorbit, I will deorbit that. I will deorbit that. I promise. You have my, sincere promise that I will deorbit that. Oh, I'm so annoyed. And I'll tell you next video if I have put enough fuel in it. Because now I have a look at it, I didn't give it much fuel at all. So, let's hope I give it enough fuel. Maybe. Maybe not. We can only hope. This, I think, is my favourite part. Oh, what happened then? I don't know. I just jumped. Anyway, I love this. The re-entry, it's always my favourite bit. Like, the panic of it just going wrong. Oh, it's thrilling. And when the fireworks of the stage below blowing up, it's amazing, I love it. I tried to make sure that they didn't experience too much G-force, but if you look in the G-force meter, I did not do a good job of that. I nearly made them experience 15 Gs, which is very, very deadly. Like they say, I think NASA did a study and they said that most people can survive 6 Gs for around a few seconds. If experienced for too long, they will faint. So, and possibly die if experienced for a really long time. So yeah, G-force is very. What happened there? Those 2 Kerbals, well, 3 Kerbals now, would have fainted. Hey, woohoo! We have touchdown. Albert's dancing and then goes back inside because he realises how weak his arms and legs are. Anyway, this is the end of the mission. I actually got some science, but this is also when I realised I had not collected the science.